Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Hey guys, welcome back, welcome to my channel. As you can probably tell by the title, it is my June wrap up, which feels very weird saying, considering on the day that I'm filming this little clip, it is the 1st of June. So I'm starting the wrap up video now. So yeah, that's where we're at. Excuse my mess on my look. I'm absolutely shattered, but I wanted to start this video because I finished my first book for June. And now you're probably wondering, Sky, is the 1st of June and how you already finished one book? Well, dear watchers, I can tell you why. Because this book I started in the month of May. It was a May TBR, but I never got around to finishing it in time. I finished it today. And those things I wanted to say but never did. Malcolm Murphy was just the first book in the Caster Prep series, and I loved it. I did love it. I give this 4.5, same as what I gave Emily Gives Some Lifetime, because this book is a chunker. Do I necessarily feel like there was bits in there we don't need in the story? Possibly, yes. I did feel that way, but it was still enjoyable. I still loved it. I still loved the characters. I did get emotional at points. I'm not going to talk about it because that's just my emotional damage for the day. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this. I literally started this book on, what would it have been, Tuesday afternoon, evening. Read about 22 pages. Left it because I was knackered. Then yesterday, I smashed up about 360 pages of the book. Absolutely devoured it, and then I finished it up today because it's that good. But yeah, if you guys haven't picked up the Lancaster Prep series, do. I mean, I did read the second book first, but I don't really feel like it's impacted me in any way because we don't meet Ren or Crew in this book, so it doesn't actually really matter the order. So yeah, but do be prepared. This is a chunker. It's 640 pages long, but it's so good. And the dynamics between the characters, their relationship is very toxic. They do have quite a toxic relationship. And do I say that ever really? I don't think that ever really gets resolved in a sense, I guess, because they still acknowledge the fact that they are very toxic. They had a very toxic start. They were very toxic to begin with. You know, the reason they started seeing each other was for a toxic reason, because he hated her, wanted to get revenge on her for what her mother did, and yeah, that's kind of some of the gist of why they got together. I do highly recommend reading it if you haven't already. It's just, yeah, a little bit toxic. There is mentions of death quite a bit, which I'm intrigued to see what happened there, because we see it quite a bit within, but it doesn't follow our main characters. It follows Sylvie, whose book Promises We Meant to Keep I'm going to be reading next. I'm intrigued to see what's happening there. But yeah, some of the things in this book is quite toxic, but I think it's just their relationship really, and the reason behind it and how they got together, and some of the things that I said is just not good. But yeah, still, I loved it. I think we know by this point, guys, like toxicity just doesn't affect me. I mean, I've read The Cat and Mouse Duet. I think by this point we understand that like nothing really phases me that much. But yeah, it does mention rape in there. I'm trying to think of some of the other trigger ones that mentions. So rape's mentioned. Like verbal abuse is in there, manipulation is in there. What else? There's like fire. I know that's probably not to go on about, just you know, they talk about a fire happening. Yeah, that is the first book for June. I'm going to end it there because I'm rambling way too much, and I will catch you guys with the next book. We finished the second book. So I've just finished Promises We Meant to Keep by Malcolm Murphy, which is the third book in the Lancaster Prep series, and I'm giving it a 4.25 stars. Now, my full views are in my 24-hour readathon. You guys want to check that one out because I like word some bits perfectly into that, as well as in my read with me. So check out those ones out, guys. You'll get my best opinions from it. So yeah, I did thoroughly enjoy it. Not my favourite. Like the other two in the series have been given 4.5. This is a 4.25, so not far behind, but I did struggle like getting connected with the characters to begin with, and yeah, I said I think I would have mum like I could see why the author did it that way, but I was like maybe there could have been a way to go about it, but it was still enjoyable and I still recommend reading it. So yeah, that is the second book done for June. I will catch you guys with the third one. I have another wrap up. I don't know if I did like a transition at the end of the last one or not, but we have another book to wrap up. And that is I'll Always Be With You by Monica Murphy. 4.5 stars. I really loved it. My main thoughts and opinions are in my 24. I'll read one if you guys want to check that out. I don't want to be repeating too much, but yeah, it will be in that video. But yeah, I loved it. 4.5 stars. Recommend picking it up because it gets so good. Quite frankly, I loved all of them. My slightly least favorite one would probably have been Promises Not to Keep, because I write down a bit higher because I was just a little bit. I couldn't connect to the characters to start with. I think that was why. But to be fair, I love them all. I don't think I can pick a favourite, to be fair. So that is the most recent book finished, and we're going to move on to that next. Wrap up time. I've just finished Heartbones by Colleen Hoover. My full views and opinions will be in my YouTuber rec video, which would already be out, so you guys have already seen this, but I did give it 3 stars. Not my favourite Colleen Hoover book. No. So yeah, I'm gonna move on and here's the one because like I said, check out that video if you want to see my full views. But yeah. Predictable. As long as they're predictable. Hey guys, I'm coming with a quick wrap up. I've just finished The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner, and this book was so good. Like, I loved the back and forth of the timeline and the 3 different character perspectives we got to see throughout. 2 from the past, 1 from the present. And I love seeing how the stories connected, how they connected the 2 timelines. Was amazing. Some bits could I figure out? Yes, but not to the extent of what happened. The twists and the turns at the end of this book, guys, I did not see them coming at all. Like, they started heading in the direction that I thought they were going to go, and I was thinking, oh, okay, this is going to happen. But oh my god, I did not expect what actually happened in these books. Like, I am mind blown by this book. Mind blown. So I'm thinking I want to give it. It's only like 257 pages long. I'm thinking 4.5. I'm thinking of 4.5 because, like I said, I did have an inkling in the directions they did start to go. But obviously they did then surprise me after at the end because it just went completely further than what I thought. So yeah, I'm thinking of 4.5. I think that's what it's going to be. It's a 4.5. But yeah, guys, I just cannot believe this book. If you have not picked this book up yet, and you love historical mysteries, bit of crime in there. There's not paranormal in it, but there is mentions of paranormal in it. If that makes sense. So if you like a bit of all that, you need to pick this book up. Do not let this like little pretty cover fool you. So yeah, 4.5 stars. Loved it. I'll see you guys for the next one. Hey guys, a little wrap up. I've just finished reading Devious. 4.5 stars. Absolutely loved it. The mystery, the plot. It was just amazing. I did do this in a video, so there is a little bit more I suppose in that. Obviously not a lot because I don't want to spoil it, but 4.5 stars. Here's to the next wrap up time. So I have finished The Vanishing Stair, and I've given it 4.5 again. Just wow, like I did not see what was coming, okay? I was not expecting that at all. Like, that person. I'm baffled. But okay. Left on a cliffhanger, so I'm intrigued to see what's happened because something has happened. I want to know. I need answers. So, we're going to start next one. But yeah, this one, guys, there's some character growth as well, but it's a nice subtle character growth. It's nothing too crazy. Like, if you weren't looking for it, you probably wouldn't find it. But yeah, there's like some character growth in there, which is really nice to see. I'm hooked. I am hooked. So yeah, the next one is The Hand on the Wall, so we're going to go check that one out, and that'll be the next one I'll probably come back to you guys with. But yeah, if you guys have not checked out this series yet, please do check it out. We have another wrap up. So I've just finished The Hand on the Wall by Maureen Johnson. This is the third book in the Truly Devious series. Okay, a lot happened in this book. Like, there was so much happening. Wasn't expecting the big reveal at the end. I honest to God did not see that coming at all. Like, I was like, whoa, okay. But yeah, and then obviously we found out more details and things that have happened, and I'm like, okay, you find out more things from the past that wasn't like known, and I'm just like, oh, this could get dangerous. And yeah, like, honestly, the characters, they work so well together. Please ignore my spot that is coming up there. It's lovely. But yeah, I just absolutely fallen in love with this series. The writing I love, like I have said before, obviously the writing come across a little bit childish in some aspects, just with the way things are worded, but like, it does not take away from the story at all, trust me. Okay, like, this series, if you, I'm gonna keep saying it, but if you want to write a mystery, pick up this series. It's good. I was a little dubious about how this was going to work as a series. Obviously, like I said, it's given me a Good Girls Guide to Murder vibes with the school and the crimes and the murders and stuff. So I was a little bit like, is it gonna go along similar as that? Because that one, you solve the first mystery in the first book, then the next book. This one is a continuous of the same story in all the aspects. So I was worried, how could you carry out the same story and mystery and plot for 3 books? But the author did it really, really well. So yeah, I'm giving this a 4.5 as well. So it's highly recommended, guys. Highly recommended. But yeah, I think that's all I'm going to say for this one. I don't really know what else to say. But yeah, it was good, guys. Really, really good. And like I said, mind blown at the outcome on this. So yeah, that is it for that book. And guys, that is also officially my 100th book finished this year. I've officially halfway to my reading goal of 200 thanks to this one. So yeah, let's move on to the next book. I have some wrap-ups for you. Today I have listened to and read the Books in the Woods, which is the 4th book in like the Truly Devious series, kind of. But this involves a whole different mystery that Stevie and her friends go and try and solve somewhere else at a summer camp. 4.5 stars. I loved it. It was good. So good. I love seeing the dynamic of the characters in the different settings as well, and seeing this whole new mystery evolve. And I must say, I did not click on to what was happening at all. So that is always a good sign. So yeah, that one. Now, this is where it's taken a bit of a turn, shall we say, because I have 2 DNFs. And I'm really disappointed that they're DNFs, because I can tell that they are both very, very good stories, and they seem really, really good, and like the writing and everything. But I just don't think it's the right time for me to be reading them, so I don't want to ruin them by forcing me to read them when I don't feel ready to. Which obviously, you know, I didn't realise until I started reading them, because you never do. But that would be A Journey to the End of the Night. I must say with this one as well, it's continuous, like there's no chapter breaks, it's just like a little, so I can show you guys like what I mean. It's just like little page breakers throughout, with no chapters. So that one's just very continuous. Like I said, I think it's a really good story. I can see why it's controversial. I just don't think it's the right time for me to be reading it. So we have DNF that one, and then we have also DNF to Watership Down. Again, I think it's a really good story and it's going to have some important meanings, but I just don't feel ready. And I'm not feeling motivated to read these books, which tells me that I'm not ready to read them. So yeah, I will come back to them when I know that I feel like I'm in a position where I can read them. But right now, it's just not my time. And that is okay. It's okay not to be my time. But yeah, that's the free book update I've got for now. I will catch you guys in the next wrap up book. Hey guys, coming on with a quick little wrap up. So earlier today I finished 9 Lives by Maureen and Johnson, which is the 5th book in the Truly Devious series. This one follows Stevie here in England, when she comes over and solves a crime from the I want to say 90s, but it could be 80s. It's around that sort of time. And yeah, we get to see her in a new setting, a new country, and yeah, shit happens. I must say, I am not happy with David. Okay, I'm not happy with him. Very upset. I really feel Stevie in this one. I really feel Stevie. She has such a special place in my heart now. But I gave it 4.5 stars. Like I said, I did finish it earlier today. Before I went and got some more my tattoos finished. Getting there. My leg is almost done. One more session and we are done. But besides the point. Yeah, absolutely loved it. I can't wait for the 6th book because I need to know what happens. You can't leave it on that note. No. Why do authors do that? Why do they stress us like that? Because no one will be stressed about is wanting to know what happened. I need to know desperately what happened. I need a book. I need a 6th book. But yeah, I finished that one earlier today. And yeah, 4.5 stars. Loved it. If you guys haven't picked up the Truly Devious series, you need to pick it up because it is good. Good way mystery for you guys, honestly. But yeah, that is where we're at. I will catch you guys in the next up. Hey guys, we are going for this angle again. But I have 2 books to wrap up for you. So I have listened to today Paris for One by Jojo Moyes. Nice, simple, really short book. Liked it. 3 stars. It's very cute. It's very lovable. It's just adorable. And it's like I said, if you guys want like a nice little filler between novels, this is perfect, honestly. Because it's just so like light and just really cheery. Like, and there's a lot in it, but it's not overbearing considering it's a short book. But yeah, so 3 stars for that one because it is really short. Like, I think it's something like 96 pages. Obviously, I listened to the audiobook, so it was like 2 hours, but obviously at faster speed. So yeah, really nice, really cute, nice little filler book for you guys. And then I also listened to London in Black by Jack Lutz. I gave this 2.75 stars. Now, it was okay. It was good to listen to whilst doing other things. But it's a very confusing book for me. I was very confused with it and I was very like unsure. And if you take out the future dystopian aspect and genre for it, it reads kind of like your typical crime novel. I think there was so much the author could have done. There was so much potential to the idea and the premise of the book. I just don't think the author executed it very well. And it was published last year, so you can kind of see like COVID like played a bit of an aspect into it and into the inspiration for the book. But yeah, that's kind of like, if you want something just to listen to while doing stuff, then I'd say yeah, go for it because that kind of seems like the book for it. But yeah, another 2 books down. I will catch you guys in the next one. Hey guys, different angle for these little wrap-up clips. I've listened to What My Best Friend Did by Lucy Dawson. I gave it 2.75. It was okay. It was good. It had a lot of potential that wasn't executed, and I wasn't happy with the way mental health was portrayed. Personally, I think it could have been done more sensitively. But yeah. it is what it is. And then also Seatmate by Cara Bastone, which I gave 3 stars. It's literally just an audiobook, specifically an audiobook, which is basically 5 hours of 2 people having a conversation. You have little bits added here and there. It does have the background noises and sound effects to it, as if like actually having a conversation out on the street and stuff, and on a bus in like their environment, which was good. It does add more depth to the story, but me personally, I'm not a big fan of them, and it does make it hard to hear what's being said sometimes. So yeah, personally, I'm just not a fan of that kind of thing, but you know, it's 3 stars, it's still good. So yeah, if you guys want to check it out, covers are there so you guys can check them. But yeah, that's where we're at. I'll update you guys with the next wrap up book. A long time no speak, my lovelies. Oh, I'm a mess as well. It's really hot today. But I do have an update. I have just finished Blood Orange, which I give 4.25 stars to. Loved it. Loved the characters, loved the story. I loved the historical mentions within it, but they weren't overwhelming. Like, it didn't feel like you were having a history lesson. It just felt like you were understanding the past of the characters. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Yeah, I loved it. There are definitely some spicy scenes, so be warned if you go into it and you're not a fan of spice. There is spice in there. And then the ending. Why? It wasn't needed. Do you know what I mean? It just wasn't needed. But yeah, I love the characters. They were lovable, but also frustrating, because it's like, just guys, come on, communicate, talk, click, everything will be fine. And then when they do, nothing is fine, because it left it so long. But yeah, so I'm intrigued to read the next book and find out what happens. Because it's a duet. The next one's called Black Rose, but I'm not going to move on to that one just yet. But I'm about to do sprints, obviously, which would have been gone by the time this video was up. So yeah, we're going to do that, but a little update. I feel like my reading motivation is coming back. It's like, we're getting there. So, I'll see you guys for the next wrap up. Hey guys, we have a wrap up time. I'm currently set like this because my Goodreads is not, I'm set up like this because my Goodreads is not loading. And it's really annoying me because I'm trying to update a book that I finished and add in my review, and it's just not working for me right now, and I like want to cry. I just want to get it uploaded. But I have just finished what I've read, and talking about crying, I got so emotional reading this book. Like, oh my god, like, this book was so good. There are so many important discussions in there, like the representation of dementia just like had me bawling my eyes out. So yeah, that's that. If you guys have not read it yet, pick it up. 5-star read for me. All Lucy was writing has been a 5-star read for me so far. Like, I just love it so much, and the characters and their stories were just perfect. And I was saying, I love that the representation of older adults, if that makes sense. I feel like normally when you read a romance, you normally get like your early to late 20s. This guy's was like late 40s, no, early 40s, late 30s, which was just so incredibly real. I feel like if when you read a romance, I feel like that's the age they would be in the epilogue. So to see that from the beginning and then go to the epilogue when they're in like their late 40s, early 50s was just absolutely, I really freaking loved it. Like, it was just so good, and like all the different representations was just amazing. So if you have not picked up Lucy Score's writing yet, where the hell have you been living? Why have you not picked it up yet? You guys are seriously missing out. I'm still trying to get my Goodreads to sort itself out so I can update for this book. So yeah, if you guys want to check this book out, please do. It is so good. I will catch you guys in the next wrap up. Hey guys, it is that time. It is the end of our June wrap up. I'm filming this in the morning of the last day of June, which is also coincidentally the day this goes up. Because, as we know, this reading month, even though it has been good, you guys have seen so many wrap ups in it, the motivation to read has been slacking. So, on that note, there are some books that I didn't get to this month. I didn't get to Weather Girl by Richard and Simon. I didn't get to Hexapil by Kate Johnson. No Shall Sleep by Ellie Marnie. That is because I do want to reread. I want to reread None Shall Sleep first. So I need to be able to get both those books in together. So that is that. And then The American Roommate by Ames, and I think the last one was A House with Good Bones by T. Kingfisher. So that is where we're at. Those are the books that I didn't get to that were in my June TBR. So those will be rolled over. So in my July TBR, add those ones on as well. So now this comic grip, I think it's something like now like 20 books for July. But we're gonna do it. I'm holding myself to this. You guys need to help me do it. But I'm gonna do it. Okay? We're gonna do it together as a team. So on that note, it's not a wrap up, but I'm halfway-ish through the Honey Don't list. I'm really conflicted with this book at the moment because even though we have had some interaction between the main characters, between Carrie, and James, however you want to say it, depending on where you're from, we have had some interaction between them. We've definitely just had a big interaction between them in this point of the book. But I feel like we're also still so focused on their bosses. I feel like we're so focused on the trips and what's going on with them and how our main characters are dealing with that, then we are really the main characters and their story and them kind of falling in love. Like, they've got to a point where they're both like admitting that they like each other and they're having crushes and stuff, but not to each other, like internally. So I'm really conflicted because I just feel like I know so much more about their bosses than I do them. I know bits, but not enough as like I would expect at like this part in the book, like this far through. So I'm really, really conflicted. So we shall see. This will go into my July wrap up because obviously, I mean, I may finish it tonight. Who knows? I may. I doubt it, but I may. But yeah, I'm so conflicted with them. Let me know if you guys have read this book and your thoughts, because like I say, it's not that bad to the point that I'm going to DNF. I mean, I've made it over the 100-page mark, which is normally my DNF mark, unless it's really bad. Not mentioning any names. But I haven't. Yeah, I've not got the vibe to DNF it because it is still okay. Like, it's still bearable enough for me to continue reading it to see what happens and if we do get more of the main characters, and like more of their story. But yeah, I'm really, really conflicted. And when I say their bosses, if anyone hasn't read this book, this isn't a spoiler, so I can just clarify this for you. Carrie is the assistant to Melissa Tripp, and then James is meant to be the director of engineering, but he's kind of like the assistant to Russell Tripp. So that's why I say their bosses, because their bosses are married and have their issues, which we all know about that. And they're like assistants to either partner. So they haven't really interacted much anyway before all of this. And then you're seeing them like having to be in forced proximity with each other because of what's happening with their bosses. So yeah, that's kind of where it's at. What I mean when I say that, if you haven't read it, it's not a spoiler. It's like stated pretty much on the back. So yeah, I'm conflicted. So like I said, that'll probably be in my July wrap up anyway. But I will probably maybe finish it tonight, depending. See how life goes, shall we? See how life is. But yeah, I'm gonna start rambling. Let me know if you guys have read any other books that I have mentioned within this video. There are a few. But yeah, let me know. Hopefully next month is gonna be a better month for motivation to read, because I've read. Sorry, I'm playing with the book. I've read a good solid amount. Like, that's not what I'm like complaining about, because I've done a good reading month, but I haven't had the motivation to read, so I haven't necessarily read as much as I probably would have if I had the motivation, if that makes sense. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Hopefully next month's a better month for motivational reading. Hopefully the weather sorts itself out here. We're meant to be in our summer, but like there's like raining, still cloudy, overcast, everything. So hopefully the sun comes out. We can do some reading on the sun and whatnot. But yeah, that is where we're at. I'm gonna start rambling. Again, let me know if you read any of these books. Let me know if you've got any suggestions or recommendations for any books you would like to see. And yeah, I will catch you guys in my next video. Don't forget, keep smiling, be kind, keep reading. Bye guys.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good